BSE Sensex, 84,928.61, up 384.30, 0.45%. Nifty 50, 25,939.05, up 148.10, 0.57%. Mid-cap index, 17,119.52, up 114.30, 0.67%. Small cap index, 7,513.60, up 53.36, 0.72%. Nifty Bank, 54,105.80, up 312.60, 0.58%. My portfolio performance. The US FDA issued Form 483 with 7 observations for Aarti Drugs API manufacturing unit at Tarapur, Maharashtra. None of the observations are related to data integrity. The US FDA inspected the unit from September 12 to 2, 2024. Aditya Birla Capital has invested Rs. 60 crore in the equity shares of Aditya Birla Capital Digital Ltd, ABCDL, on a rights basis. The acquired entity belongs to the financial services sector. Allied Blenders MD Alok Gupta says the company is targeting double-digit growth in revenue in the current financial year after clearing out all its debts. Artsun Engineering has won an order worth 33 crore rupees. AstraZeneca Pharma to launch tremelimumab in judo in October 2024. According to the tweet from Redbox Global India, AstraZeneca Pharma will be launching the drug tremelimumab in judo in October 2024. This drug is indicated for the treatment of patients with unresectable hepatocellular carcinoma, UHCC, when used in combination with durvalumab, Imfinzi. Bajaj Healthcare enters a development and supply agreement for an active pharmaceutical ingredient with a European entity. BHEL bags a 6,100 rupees crore order from NTPC to set up an 800 megawatt SIPIT supercritical thermal power project. Bikaji Foods International receives Ministry of Corporate Affairs approval to incorporate a retail division. Biocon receives 3 observations from the US FDA for its API plant in Bengaluru. BrainBee Solutions has invested an additional 205 million rupees in JW Brands. Goldman Sachs downgrades Concor from neutral to sell. This is negative news for Concor. There have also been sharp price cuts across rail handling rates. Cropster AGRO approves a 10-for-1 stock split and a 2-for-1 bonus share issue. This means that existing shareholders will receive additional shares, potentially increasing liquidity and making the stock more affordable. DOMS acquires a 51.77% stake in Uniclan Healthcare. This acquisition is expected to increase DOM's addressable market and expand its long-term distribution network. Dr. Reddy's R&D Center in Hyderabad passes US FDA inspection with 0 observations. This is positive news for the company as it indicates compliance with US FDA regulations. Dreamfolk Services has resolved an integration issue at Adani Airports. This is likely positive news for both companies as it indicates a successful resolution to a technical problem. Ease My Trip has partnered with Bank of Baroda to offer co-branded debit cards. These cards will provide customers with exclusive travel, entertainment, and shopping offers. EMS Limited announces its plans for a qualified institutional placement, QIP, to address working capital requirements. The company expects a 30% increase in revenue and maintains margins around 27% for FY25. Its current order book stands at 2,300 Indian rupees crore. KV Subramaniam has been appointed as the MD and CEO of Federal Bank for the next 3 years. Indrajit Banerjee will replace Ravi Rajagopal as the chairman of Fortis Healthcare starting October 1st. Retail inflation for farm workers and rural laborers in India eased to 5.96% and 6.08% in August. Glenmark Pharma receives 0 observations from the US FDA during an inspection of its Aurangabad facility. This is positive news for the company as it indicates compliance with US FDA regulations. HDB Financial Services has received
2,500 Indian rupees crore and an offer for sale, OFS. This indicates that the company is planning to raise funds through an initial public offering, IPO. Hind Rectifiers has secured a supply order worth over 200 Indian rupees crore from Indian Railways. This indicates a significant business win for the company and could boost its revenue and growth. InfoEdge provides FY25 guidance for Naukri. Double-digit revenue growth is expected. Margins are anticipated to remain around 55%. Both businesses are expected to break even this year. Cash reserves. InfoEdge currently has approximately 4,500 Indian rupees crore in cash reserves. Inox Wind has signed a consortium agreement with banks for 2,200 Indian rupees crore in facilities. The consortium of 10 banks is led by ICICI Bank and includes a mix of private and foreign banks. This funding will likely support Inox Wind's growth and expansion plans. Ipca Labs is considering consolidating its U.S. generics business. This could involve merging or acquiring other U.S.-based generic drug companies to strengthen its position in the U.S. market. JSW Infra invests in a second dredger to support its growth plan. The investment aligns with the company's goal of increasing its capacity from 170 MTPA to 400 MTPA by FY 2030. Jupiter Wagons expects its wheelset business to generate revenue between 3,000 Indian rupees crore and 4,000 Indian rupees crore by the end of FY 27. This indicates a significant growth target for the company's wheelset operations. KEC International has won new orders worth 1,003 Indian rupees crore. This is a significant business win for the company and could boost its revenue and growth. Goldman Sachs maintains a buy rating on L&T Finance with a target price of 202 rupees. The investment firm believes L&T Finance's microfinance (MFI) business is under control and that the company has levers to improve profitability. Goldman Sachs expects the tractor business to continue growing and anticipates rate cuts will benefit L&T Finance. Mahindra & Mahindra Financial has received approval to offer and issue non-convertible debentures up to 12.5 billion Indian rupees. This means the company can raise funds by issuing bonds that cannot be converted into equity shares. Mankind Pharma plans to raise up to 10,000 Indian rupees crore through non-convertible debentures, NCDs, and commercial papers on a private placement basis. This means the company will be issuing debt securities to institutional investors to raise funds for its operations or expansion. Matrimony plans to launch a new job portal called Many Jobs. This new platform will focus exclusively on the grey-collar jobs market. NBCC's subsidiary HSCC has bagged an order worth 1,260 Indian rupees crore from the Health Ministry. This is a significant business win for the company and could boost its revenue and growth. ONGC signs a non-associated gas deal in Azerbaijan. The deal is for the Azeri-Chirag Deepwater Gunashli (ACG) field. The MAG resources of ACG are estimated to be up to 4 trillion cubic feet (TCF) in place. Pisilo Digital's co-promoter acquires 16.3 lakh shares or 0.18% equity in the company through open market purchase on September 23. This indicates increased confidence in the company's future prospects. Piccadilly Agro Industries announces the launch of its single malt Indian whiskey, Indri, in premium Tesco stores in England. This marks a significant milestone for the company as it expands its reach into the international market. PNB plans to launch Quip soon. PNB aims to raise between 5,000 Indian rupees crore and 7,500 Indian rupees crore through this Quip issue. The Quip has garnered good demand from domestic mutual funds during roadshows. The Quip is expected to be offered at a discount of 5 to 6% to the market price. PNB has not yet issued an official statement regarding the planned Quip. PSP Projects has bagged orders worth 554.92 Indian rupees crore. Construction of Goldstone Hotel and commercial towers in Bangalore, Karnataka, worth 389.29 Indian rupees crore. Residential towers in Ahmedabad worth 165.04 Indian rupees crore. Ramco Cements increases cement grinding capacity from 23.14 MTPA to 24.04 MTPA with an investment of 58 Indian rupees crore. Sahaj Solar wins an order worth 20 Indian rupees crore. This indicates a significant business win for the company and could boost its revenue and growth. Sambardana Motherson has successfully closed its qualified institutional placement, QUIP, raising a total of 6,437 Indian rupees crore. The strong investor demand for the QUIP indicates confidence in the company's future prospects. This money is entirely used to debt repayments. Shriram Finance plans to issue debt securities via public or private placement under its existing $3.5 billion program. This means the company is looking to raise funds by selling debt instruments to investors. Signet Industries has allocated 20,000 hectares of land for the installation of micro-irrigation systems. This development is expected to generate 1.5 billion Indian rupees in revenue for the company. Tweet about Skipper Ltd. The stock has increased by 12%. Axis Securities has a buy rating with a target price of 600 Indian rupees per share. The company is well positioned to benefit from the government's National Electricity Plan, which allocates 4.75 trillion Indian rupees for transmission and distribution (T&D) capex. The company is expected to achieve a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 25% in sales over the next 3 years, with margins ranging from 10.5% to 11%. SpiceJet has approved the allocation of 48.70 crore shares at an issue price of 61.60 Indian rupees per share. This allotment is part of a qualified institutional placement (QIP) and includes a premium of 51.60 Indian rupees per equity share. The issue price represents a discount of 4.92% to the floor price of 64.79 Indian rupees per share. Tata Steel has commissioned a new blast furnace at its Kalinganagar plant in Odisha. This expansion will increase the plant's crude steel capacity from 3 million tons per annum (MTPA) to 8 MTPA. The project involved an investment of 27,000 Indian rupees crore. Cement makers in North, Central, and East India have cut production by 10 to 15% in Q2 due to weak demand and delayed projects. This is negative news for Ultratech and Ambuja Cement. Unicum Labs is considering consolidating its generics formulations business in the US market. This could involve merging or acquiring other generic drug companies operating in the US to strengthen its position in the region. Utkarsh Small Finance Bank's board has approved a reverse merger with its holding company. The scheme is subject to regulatory approvals, and the share exchange ratio has been set at -699 shares of Utkarsh SFB for every 100 shares of the holdco. Vodafone Idea has announced its plans for a major capital expenditure, capex, of 50,000 to 55,000 Indian rupees crore. To fund this investment, the company will utilize 20,000 Indian rupees crore raised through equity, 25,000 Indian rupees crore obtained from banks. This significant investment highlights Vodafone Idea's commitment to upgrading its network infrastructure and improving its services. Axis Finance, IDBI Bank, and IDBI Trusteeship have withdrawn their petitions against the Zee-Sony merger at the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT. This is a positive development for the merger, as it removes potential obstacles to its completion. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Jai Shri Ram.